you thought the Land Cruiser legacy was only about big, heavy, ultra-expensive off-road machines, think again. Because what you're looking at right now could be the most exciting compact off-roader of 2026. This is the all-new 2026 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser FJ, and it might completely change the way we look at affordable adventure SUVs. Now, before we go deeper, let's be clear. This isn't just a smaller Land Cruiser for the sake of it. This is a strategic move from Toyota to dominate a segment that's exploding globally. Compact, rugged, lifestyle-oriented 4x4 SUVs. From the first look, the design tells you everything. This is not a soft crossover pretending to be tough. It has a proper boxy silhouette, upright stance, squared wheel arches, and short overhangs that scream off-road capability. The front fascia is expected to carry a retro-inspired grille with bold Toyota lettering instead of a traditional badge. Round or squared LED headlamps, depending on trim. And a chunky bumper with real skid plate protection. It looks honest, it looks mechanical, it looks ready. The proportions are key here. Unlike the larger Land Cruiser 250 or 300 series, this Mini FJ is compact, likely sitting below the Corolla Cross in footprint, but taller and more upright. And that's important. Rear visibility issues, awkward rear doors, heavy fuel consumption. It was cool, but niche. This new Mini Land Cruiser FJ is expected to fix those weaknesses while keeping the character intact. Under the skin, this is where things get really interesting. The new Mini FJ is likely to sit on Toyota's TNGA F platform, or a modified version of it. The same architecture family that underpins the larger Land Cruisers and some of their rugged body-on-frame vehicles. If that happens, this will not be a unibody crossover. This will be a proper ladder-frame SUV. Engine options are expected to vary by market, but let's break down the likely lineup. A 2.7-litre naturally aspirated four-cylinder could serve as the base engine in some regions, producing around 160 to 170 horsepower. But the more exciting option would be a 2.4-litre turbocharged engine, similar to what we've seen in other Toyota models, potentially delivering over 260 horsepower and strong torque for low-speed crawling. A hybrid variant, using a turbocharged engine paired with an electric motor, could deliver better fuel economy while actually increasing torque, which is perfect for off-road use. Instant electric torque at low speeds is a massive advantage on trails. Transmission-wise, expect an 8-speed automatic, or possibly a 6-speed automatic, in base trims. And yes, a full-time or part-time 4WD system is almost guaranteed. This is not going to be front-wheel drive pretending to be adventurous. We're talking about a proper transfer case, selectable drive modes, and possibly even a locking rear differential on higher trims. Ground clearance could be around 8.5 to 9.5 inches. Approach and departure angles should be competitive in this class, especially with the short, overhang design. Add to that hill descent control, multi-terrain select, crawl control, and underbody protection. And this Mini FJ becomes a serious weekend warrior. Now here's where it gets smart. The Mini Land Cruiser FJ isn't just about hardcore off-roading, it's about lifestyle appeal. Urban buyers love the rugged aesthetic, but they also need daily usability. So expect a refined cabin with modern technology. Inside, the dashboard will likely resemble Toyota's newer rugged models, a horizontal layout, large infotainment screen, possibly 10 to 12 inches, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, digital instrument cluster, and physical buttons for climate and off-road functions. Toyota knows its audience. When you're bouncing on a trail, touch-sensitive sliders are not your friend. Physical knobs matter. Material quality should balance durability and comfort. Think rubberized surfaces, water-resistant seat options, but also soft-touch materials on higher trims. Expect contrast stitching, possibly retro color themes inspired by the old FJ Cruiser, and practical storage solutions everywhere. A traditional four-door layout is expected, meaning easier access and better practicality. Safety won't be compromised either. Toyota Safety Sense will likely be standard, including adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. So while it looks rugged, it will still meet modern expectations. Now let's address the big question: price. This is where the mini Land Cruiser FJ could shake the market. If Toyota positions it right, we could see a starting price around $25,000 to $30,000 globally, depending on region and taxes. That would undercut many larger off-road SUVs while offering more capability than typical crossovers in the same price range. In markets like Southeast Asia, Australia, the Middle East, and even North America, this pricing strategy could be a game changer. It becomes accessible, it becomes attainable. Competition will be fierce though. Think Ford Bronco Sport, Suzuki Jimny in some markets, Jeep Renegade, Trailhawk and other compact rugged SUVs. But here's Toyota's advantage: reliability, reputation. Land Cruiser heritage is legendary, and that resale value could be huge. Compact off-roaders with strong brand backing tend to hold their value extremely well. If this mini FJ delivers real capability and proven engines, it could become one of the smartest long-term buys in the segment. Now let's talk design personality again, because that's half the appeal. Expect multiple trims: a base rugged version with steel wheels and black plastic cladding, a mid-tier with alloy wheels and more tech, and possibly a premium adventure trim with two-tone paint roof rack side steps and all-terrain tires straight from the factory. Toyota understands nostalgia sells. Another important detail is customization. Buyers in this segment love personalization, so factory accessories like roof tents, snorkels, auxiliary lights, cargo organizers, and off-road bumpers could be part of the strategy. Toyota might even partner with aftermarket brands to push the adventure theme harder. Now imagine this scenario. You live in the city. You drive to work Monday to Friday. You pack your gear, switch to 4WD, and head straight into mountains, deserts, or muddy trails without worrying about breaking something. Let's also consider global demand trends. Consumers are moving away from sedans. Compact SUVs dominate sales charts worldwide, but many buyers are tired of soft crossovers that look identical. The mini Land Cruiser FJ brings character back into the conversation. It has identity. It has history behind its name. It has visual toughness. Toyota seems confident about this one. There's also potential for regional engine variations. Some markets may get diesel options, especially in regions where diesel SUVs still dominate. A small turbo diesel with high torque could make this mini FJ unstoppable in remote terrain environments. And we cannot ignore durability testing. And for younger buyers, this is key. Not everyone wants a massive SUV. The mini Land Cruiser FJ ticks those boxes. Let's be realistic though. Challenges exist. If Toyota prices it too high, it risks overlapping with larger SUVs. If it makes it too basic, it risks disappointing Land Cruiser purists. Balance will be everything. Compact, squared, rugged machines carrying the Land Cruiser badge with pride. And that's what makes this vehicle exciting. It's not just another SUV. It represents a shift, a return to honest, mechanical, character-filled vehicles in a market flooded with generic designs. Practical enough for daily life, tough enough for real trails, affordable enough to actually buy.